Good evening, folks. It's Thursday evening and it's 10 to 7, and coming up I've got some pretty cool unboxings. I'll just explain first of all before anybody jumps down my throat, because I'm expecting it. Now, coming up are 3 unboxings of food. Now, people might say, why have you got 3 boxes? That's being greedy, blah blah blah. The truth is that me and Deb have a delivery of groceries every month. We tend to spend between £100 and £150, and that gives us all our groceries in for a month. For the last 3 weeks, we've been unable to get any online deliveries from supermarkets. We have tried so far Asda, Morrisons, Tesco, Sainsbury's, Aldi, Lidl, Waitrose, Ocado, Iceland, all fully booked completely. So when we went on to Morrisons and we realised that we weren't going to be able to get a normal shopping delivery, we decided to there was a thing on there for food boxes, and I thought, well, in for a penny, in for a pound, let's see what they like. And I clicked on them, and they did a meat box, which is coming up in a min, a vegetarian box, which is coming up in a min. Now that gave us £70 worth of food. Now, fair enough, that was okay, the food what was in there, but we were still missing a lot of essential items. So Home Bargains were also doing a box for £23.99. and so we've got that as well. So when you work it out, so far that's only £95 worth of food. Now normally we spend between 100 and 150, so we are not even within our budget. So nobody please say to me that we're greedy having 3 boxes, because we're not. This is our shop. We're not stockpiling anything. We're not trying to get 25 of anything or 50 of anything. We're buying our groceries what we would normally use in a month. So I'll just get that out of the way first. Now, the boxes, when they came, are fantastic value. I will be honest, they're fantastic value. And you get this with them. I'll just show you. It's a card. This is from the Morrisons ones. And now, if you can see that, there's a little hashtag at the bottom there. Let me just get my finger to it. It's more than our job. Now, anything I post on Instagram of the pictures of the food has got that underneath it. And I'm going to tag it under this as well, because they are fantastic value. They are really, really fantastic value. In fact, I'll tell you what, judge for yourself. They're coming up now. Well, we weren't able to get a grocery delivery on any of the usual slots, so we've decided to get a Morrisons box. There's 2 boxes. The first one is here today, and this one is the vegetarian box, and I'm going to show you what's in it. They're just unwrapping it for a minute. So you're seeing this at the same time as us. Bear in mind, we've never had one of these before.
Bursting out the seam.
It's bursting out of the seams, apparently. They're just trying to get all the sellotape. Yeah, as you can see, it's bursting out at the sides.
Get all the sellotape off.
Just getting all the sellotape off. There you go, sellotape's off. Spare a sec. And here we are, we're opening it. Oh my word.
Grapes.
This is the vegetarian box. So it's £23.99, I think it was, or £23, and this is what we've got in it. You've got a thank you box there, look. We hope you enjoy your food box. Hashtag.
Hashtag it when
it's more than your job. Or more than our job? More than our job, sorry. Right, we have a bag of pasta. Always comes in handy.
Golden vegetable rice.
Golden veg rice.
The elusive
toilet rolls. Andrex. Some grapes, seedless red grapes. Very nice. A cucumber.
That's a massive bag of onions.
Enough onions there to keep us going till Christmas, probably. Nice big bag of onions. We have a loaf of bread. A squash, but we don't mind that. That's not too bad. And it is medium white loaf.
New potato, baby potatoes.
We also have some baby potatoes. A tin of Country Garden Baxter's soup. A tin of cream of tomato Baxter's soup. A tin of Heinz baked beans. Go with anything. Go with anything.
For some reason this one baffled me.
This one baffled us. It's a vegetarian box, but there's tuna in it. Tuna chunks in brine.
There's another one there.
We've also got a bag of carrots.
Wonky carrots as well.
Wonky carrots, nice bag of wonky carrots. A pack of pitters, stone baked white pitters. A pack of kitchen roll, which always comes in useful. Kitchen towel. And something else here.
Something in here. No idea. I'm soon
We have a massive bag of stuff.
There's meat. That's meat.
Oh, have they put the meat in with it as well? The meat one's supposed to be coming tomorrow.
This is the meat one. Must be the meat one.
Oh, this must be the meat one, even though it said the veg one was coming first.
This is your meat.
Oh yeah, here we go. We have a pack of mince. This is supposed to be the vegetarian one. This was supposed to be coming today. Unless I've got them back to front. Just ignore me, I might have them back to front.
Gone back to front.
Got some lovely back bacon.
This must be the meat one.
This must be the meat one. Same price again, £23.
It must be, because this is actually packed separate from all the veg stuff.
Yeah, we also have...
That's cheese and everything. Although, that's
dairy.
Meat-wise.
Another... Oh, look at them. Nice chicken breasts. Yeah. A pack of pork sausages. Still some more yet. We also have, hey, some Freshways skimmed, is that?
Semi-skimmed.
Semi-skimmed milk.
That's in that bit, yeah.
Yeah, that's that bit done, but there's also... This is all for £23. I think it was 23. We have cottage cheese, which I can't stand, but Deb likes it. We have some unsalted butter. Very cool. We have some... Hey, Pilgrim's Choice mature cheddar cheese. Now that ain't cheap. And that is everything. So you think of what we've got here.
Hold on a minute, we'll sort it out and see what we've got.
And it's not bad value at all, to be honest with you. So this is the unboxing of the Morrisons.
Must be the meat box.
Meat box.
Not the vegetarian
This is.
box, otherwise you wouldn't have all the...
There's a vegetarian one as well, but that's coming tomorrow. Because this was obviously, this one's aimed more at me. Whereas the other one tomorrow will be aimed more at Deb. But these are all the vegetarian... sorry, this is all the meat products. It is the meat one, yeah. Yeah. As you can see, it's got plenty in it. There's a few meals there, and there's a few household things. And I'd say that's pretty good value, that is, for the money. I'm quite happy with that. Now, the only reason we got one of these, like I said, is because we couldn't get normal shopping deliveries because they were all fully packed up and we couldn't get anything for the next 4 weeks. So that's this one. All done and dusted. And the dog is very interested in it, as you can see, because she knows there's bacon and there's chicken up there. I'll do the other one tomorrow. My delivery online, and I do apologise, it isn't 23 or 25, it's 35. It's £35 for the vegetarian box and £35 for the meat box, and I did get them back to front. The meat one today, the vegetarian one tomorrow. I'll undo the vegetarian one as well and then put them both together in one vlog. Bye for now. And here we have the Morrisons delivery box, but this one is the vegetarian box. So we've just taken the plastic off the sellotape off the outside. We'll show you what's in it.
Pretty much similar to yesterday.
It looks pretty much similar to yesterday, obviously, but obviously we'll see what we've got.
Pasta.
Bag of pasta.
Green beans.
Green beans.
Another cucumber, that's if Tony and Charlotte want one.
Yeah, cucumber.
Golden rice.
Another pack of golden rice.
Onions.
Onions. Check.
Dog's going to be happy.
Carrots.
Potatoes.
Some more spuds. Never have too many taters. Another punnet of grapes.
Same soups.
Same soups. Country garden and cream of tomato. Another tin of beans.
Tin of beans.
Yeah.
Loaf of bread.
Loaf of bread. Another loaf.
Pitters.
Pitters.
Shockingly.
Get it all on.
Kitchen roll.
Kitchen roll and toilet roll, which are standard, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. Different sort though.
Different sort though for some reason this time. Never mind. That's a vegetarian toilet roll, obviously. I hope we've got a...
It's a sauce, I think.
Tuna, sesame and ginger.
It's a seafold alternative.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I can eat it.
Yeah, it's for Deb, that. Because obviously, as people know who watch my vlog, I don't do ginger. Ginger doesn't do me.
And this
Customary
is
card. This is the bag of
stuff.
just the stuff. fridge stuff comes in a separate bag, you see. They do keep it separate, which is really, really
ice
good.
packs in as well.
And it's got ice packs and all sorts in it. Deb's just going to try and get in it now.
It's more difficult getting in yours.
There we go. Tearing open the packet. More packaging. And we have different
Quite
stuff, I think.
Actually.
Yeah.
We have
Some vegetable
sausages.
meat-free sausages.
No.
Yeah.
No. Meat-free. Oh yeah, sausages.
Yeah.
Meat-free sausages.
Yeah, meat-free sausages.
Tin of mixed beans.
Tin of mixed beans. Well, Deb absolutely loves mixed beans, so that's her in her element.
Corn sausages.
Cocktail sausages.
Bless you,
The
Jess.
dog sneezing in the background. Yeah, it must have just come open.
2 pints of milk again.
2 pints of milk. We have something else.
Yeah.
Meatless farm meat-free beef burgers. Very nice.
Meat-free mince.
Some vegetarian mince.
Perfect, we're having lasagna tomorrow.
Yeah, we're having a lasagna tomorrow, so we've now got a nice meat one and a nice vegetarian one.
There's nothing there, no, just packaging.
Yeah, just packaging left in there.
I've got another bag here, just wanted to make sure there's nothing else in there.
And then in the last bag we have
again, butter.
butter. Nice pack of butter
Cottage
there.
cheese.
Cottage cheese.
And
Mature cheddar choice.
that's not bad actually.
Yeah, there you go. All that lot there, what you can see, £35. And when you bear in mind how expensive vegetarian meat-free products are, that is not bad.
That's not bad actually.
So there we have it. That's the meat-free box, and then the other one obviously was the meat box. So all in all, very good value. So yeah, they were the 2 boxes that we had from Morrisons, and they're food delivery boxes, and anybody can get one. All you do is you go onto the actual grocery place, and you'll see that you're in a queue. But while you're in a queue, there's a paragraph of writing that says click here for our food delivery boxes. And if you click them, there's a choice of about 7 different ones. Now there's the meat eaters one, which I had. There's one that's all meat, but that's an extra £10, that's £45. There's a vegetarian one, and there's also food delivery boxes that are basically meal kits for different meals. So there's them as well. Well, Deb likes cooking meals from scratch. She doesn't like meal kits, she likes doing it all herself. So we just got a vegetarian box and a meat eaters box, and as you can see, they're good value. Now if you thought they were good value, you check this out. Today we've also had another delivery, which is a Home Bargains basically mystery box, and we're going to see what's in that as well. Here we have. Right, let's have a look what we've got. Yeah. Let's have a look what we've got. We start with a 6-pack of discos. We've also got a box of Tetley tea bags.
Oh, these are good.
We've got some crusty rolls, pork baked roll. Yeah, crusty rolls. Yeah, they look really tasty actually. We've got
rice.
A bag of brown rice. Always comes in useful, does brown rice. Semi-skimmed milk, carton of the long life. Skinny Whip double chocolate snack bars. Alpen Lights ×2, chocolate and fudge and summer fruits. Another pack of toilet rolls, is that? Yes, toilet rolls.
Toilet rolls.
Nikki Elite.
The elusive toilet
We are
rolls.
definitely got toilet rolls. We have a Dolmio stir-in pasta sauce, smoked bacon and tomato, which would be ideal for the meat eater, which is me. A packet of Tuck cheese biscuits.
Quite a bit here actually.
A tin, a couple more tins of, a tin of beans and a tin of sweet corn. Heinz, good makes.
The elusive.
Red kidney beans, ideal for a chilli, and chopped tomatoes.
They're hard to get hold of.
Yeah, they are, yeah. Some more, yeah. A 4-pack of tuna in sunflower oil.
There's still more.
And there's still more, believe it or not. A tin of mushy peas. Can't go wrong with mushy peas. You either love them or you hate them. A tin of chicken soup. And a tin of tomato soup, so we're all right for soups.
Also pasta bases.
And
Another tin of beans.
another tin of beans. Is that everything?
No.
No? Some more yet?
There's still more.
Cool, blimey. A butter chicken curry sauce. That's different. Yeah, very nice. A chili con carne mix, full of flavour. Come on, we're still going. Oh, wine gums, Jason's personal favourite, that would be me. A bag of Shorty's biscuits, because we're running out of biscuits. And a pack of Rocky bars as well. Now, believe it or not, all that lot, what you can see, came to £23. That's all it was. 23 quid for that lot. So, yeah, that's not bad, really. It's out of the boxes that we've had. We're very, very pleased. We've got enough groceries now to last us for quite some time. And there you have the Home Bargains box. Now, the Home Bargains box I was really impressed with because it's only £23.99. And to be honest with you, £24 these days in shopping terms goes nowhere. It goes nowhere. And we've got everything we need now. We've got all the groceries we need. We've got lots of toilet rolls and kitchen roll, which obviously you need. If you've got last year a month, you know, you don't expect a 4-pack of toilet roll last a month. That's just ridiculous. So we've got them, and we've got enough milk now. And what we've also managed to do, which we're really, really pleased about, is we've managed to do two things with local suppliers. And one is, I think I told you on my last video, we'd had a delivery of vegetables. And that was basically all the things what Deb needs to make the meals from scratch. So we had things in there like onions, carrots, cabbage, aubergine was in there, there was garlic in there, there was onions, there was loads of stuff in there, and it was a really good box. And what we decided to do was we wanted to see if we could have a chance of getting dairy delivered. So we went online and we found this guy who does deliveries like an old-fashioned milkman. Now you remember them, don't you, from years ago? And if you don't, if you're too young to know, ask your parents. The milkman deliveries. Now, when I lived in Braidley many, many, many years ago, I'm talking 40 years ago plus, they used to have a milk lady at the bottom of the street. And what she would do every morning, she would go out with a milk float with the bottles of milk and leave them on your doorstep, etc. This guy does the same. Only now, you don't just get milk, you can choose from cheeses, yogurts, all sorts of stuff, basically. Fruit drinks, fruit juices, and all that sort of thing. So we said in for a penny, in for a pound. Anyway, he rung us back today again. He rung us back today because I'd filled in the form with what we wanted, and I just thought, well, if he gets back to us, great. If he doesn't, we haven't lost anything. But he got back to me today, and it's arranged now that he's going to start coming on a Monday. So now we've got our delivery of dairy sorted, and we know we can get our delivery of vegetables sorted, plus these food parcels. We don't need to rely on the big supermarkets no more, because to be honest with you, a lot of people are milking them dry. I was speaking to somebody, I'm not going to say any names or do anything like that because I don't want, you know, drop anybody in it, but this certain person, I mentioned them before, who's classed as vulnerable. Now this person uses that to the full because they get a delivery from all 4 supermarkets and 2 free food parcels every time they want groceries, and sometimes they'll do that 3 times a month just because they can. And I think that's a bit rough, I do. I think it's wrong because people are already struggling as it is. Now, fair enough, we're not struggling, so I'm not going to put myself in that bracket now we've been able to get stuff sorted. But there are people out there who genuinely cannot get deliveries. They cannot get the food they need. And I think it's wrong that people should abuse the system the way they are doing. But then again, there's always been people like that. There's people who bleed the system dry of welfare benefits because they know they're entitled to it, or they want to make people believe they're entitled to it, so they'll put on a bad back, or I can't walk, or I've got this wrong with me. And they get caught. The majority of them do get caught. Some get away with it, and they get away with murder. You know, I mean, I used to feel really, really guilty that I got disability money. I used to feel so bad about it. I used to think, well, I can still walk, you know, I'm still able to do things. All right, fair enough, now I can't. Now I've got a lot of problems what I didn't have before. But looking back at it, I actually went into the job centre back in the day, and I went in and I said to him, I said, look, I said, I've been out of work now for 2 years. I said, can you please get me back work? And they couldn't get me back work. They could not get me a job because the nature of my condition was so rare. Nobody knew anything about it, and no employer would take a risk on it. Nobody would employ me for more than 8 hours a week. The most I could work was 8 hours a week. And they actually advised me at the job centre to just go home and live off my benefits. So that's how bad it was. Anyway, I've got a couple of funny stories for you. These are stories what are genuine because Deb actually sent them to me this morning. The first one is, hang on a minute, let me turn my phone off. It's telling me I need to my medication. Bear with me 1 second. The first one is basically a story from my favourite newspaper in the world. He says through its spitty teeth, The Sun. Now the Sun, I've got a reputation of getting right on my frupney bits, to be honest with you. They get right on my nerves because they have managed to piss off nearly every possible group in society. Now they've done it with me because I'm a massive Liverpool fan, and I will never forgive them for the way they treated the Liverpool fans after the Hillsborough disaster and blamed Liverpool football fans for killing their own, and I will never forgive them for that anyway. There was something else a few weeks ago and all to do with the virus that they kept posting that got on my nerves. Can't remember what that was now. But this third thing, now I know a few people who are white witches or pagan. You know, they're really nice people, dead friendly, down to earth. And the Sun posted something today which absolutely horrified me. It really did. How they got away with it, I don't know. They basically said that because it's coming up to the solstice, or May Day or something, I can't remember exactly, so don't lecture me, but because it's a pagan ritual that's due to come up, they said, this is what they quoted, that there will be pagans now who are unable to go around having sex with goats because of the self-isolation. And I was absolutely appalled by that. I was absolutely appalled by that. So they are saying that a religion that's probably been going longer than bloody Christianity, right? And they keep themselves to themselves. They do no harm to society at all whatsoever. And the Sun reckons that all they do is have sex with animals. And I couldn't believe it. I thought, hang on a minute, I could understand it if they'd have said devil worshippers or something. But these are pagans. These are pagans. I've never heard of any pagan rituals involving having sex with animals. Maybe I'm just slow, who knows? But I hate the Sun with a vengeance because of that. I really do. I thought I couldn't hate him anymore, but I really do now. I think it's appalling that they basically stereotyped an entire religion, an entire way of life, really, because it's more a way of life than anything. The pagan life is it's something that people either adapt or they don't. You know, it's not like saying, well, yeah, I can adapt it this week, but next week I'm not going to do it. If you're pagan, you're pagan. You know, fair enough, good on you. I don't have no problems with that at all. You can be whatever you want for all I care. You could be a moomin or a bloody moonie. I don't give a toss, really. But if you are, I bet if you read that story, you would be ripping the paper to shreds right now. To think that that's what they think of your religion, your way of life. Anyway, I thought that one was bizarre. Now the second one is even more bizarre. Now I live with a vegetarian. I'm married to a vegetarian, and she's always been a vegetarian. Well, not always, no offence. She's been a vegetarian for definitely as long as I've known her. Definitely, and that's over 20 years. Now, she was reading this article and she sent it to me. And apparently, they've done a study in, is it Alabama? I can't remember. Somewhere. Arizona, I think. And what they have discovered is that vegetarians are more likely to suffer with anxiety, depression, and try and kill themselves than normal people, than meat eaters. They reckon that 1 in 3 vegetarians is likely to suffer with mental problems. And I found this absolutely fascinating because I thought to myself, how the hell can they work this out? They've done it, a study of 10,000 people or something. When you work out how many people are in this world, billions, and they've got them results from 10,000, I just think it's absolutely bizarre. So I've been winding Deb up about it all day. You know what I mean? I've been winding up all day saying, I better be careful because you could turn into a raging psycho any minute. And, next thing I know, you'll be throwing potatoes at me or plates or something or other. And I'm like, what an absolute crock of shit. What an absolute load of garbage. And it seems to be vegetarians get blamed for quite a lot of stuff, because a while ago, Deb was finding it funny that nearly every meat I eat was linked to cancer. And it was true. They were linking bacon and beef and steak and pork and God knows what to it, right? And she thought she was being funny until one day they published a thing linking broccoli to cancer. And that was me gone. I was absolutely cracked up then because after that she couldn't really win an argument with me. because every time, you know, she mentioned the fact that pork or too much beef, but even though I don't eat beef that much at all, can cause cancer. Now apparently broccoli can. And I just don't know where they get these bloody information from. I think it must be somebody who doesn't like broccoli, who's decided the world shouldn't eat it, so tell everybody it causes cancer. So yeah, what a strange couple of stories. But it's been a bizarre week, because like I said, we've been trying since Saturday to try and get a home shopping delivery, and we just couldn't get one. We could not get one at all. I got to the front of queues, and the one store that's really pissed me off, and I'll tell you why, is Sainsbury's. Now when I go on to Tesco and try and book a delivery, you've got all the slots and it says they're busy. Fair enough, I can understand that, people are buying. When you go on to Sainsbury's and register with them, they come up with this notice that says you are not vulnerable, you are not classed as vulnerable, so you are not allowed a delivery slot. We prioritise vulnerable people. And just like that, you're dismissed. You don't even get a say in it. And I think that's shocking. I think that's disgusting. I think that should be complained about. And after this is all finished and done, mate, we're never touching Sainsbury's again. And yet they're only just up the road from us. They're about a mile into in town centre. They're the nearest superstore. I would rather go all the way up to the massive Tesco about 8 miles away than spend another penny in Sainsbury's after that. Because they made me feel I was worth about that much. Because I've got disabilities, I've got serious health issues, but they're not classed as serious enough to be vulnerable, fair enough. But none of the other supermarkets have made me feel like that. Sainsbury's have though. Just by putting that. You are not classed as vulnerable, you are not getting priority, you are not getting a slot. I didn't even get a look in at any of the slots. For all I know, they could have had 100 slots available. But because I'm not vulnerable, I'm not allowed to have one. So, even though I can't get out, even though Deb's self-isolating with me so that she doesn't pick anything up and pass it on to me, because despite the fact that I have none of the vulnerable conditions, I have a really crap immune system. I really do. My immune system is diabolical. Such as that I have to take these things. Biocultures. Just to keep my system proper immunity. I have to keep bad stuff out of my stomach. I have to take medication all the time. I have to watch everything I eat, everything I drink, because my immune system is dreadful. It really is dreadful. But okay, I'm not allowed. What can you do? Now we're about an hour away from clapping the NHS again, and we'll be out there. We'll be out there. We'll be standing there. I actually clapped that hard last week. I ended up with an arm ache. And I'll be doing an extra clap tonight because a friend of ours, who's our post lady called Julie, she's really nice lass, and her daughter here is doing her 3rd year, if I'm not mistaken, of nurse training, and she's been chucked in straight into the emergency department 6 months earlier than she would have liked to have done. So she's on the front line. So tonight I'll be doing an extra bit of clapping for her because I hope she's okay and she's well and everything. I know she's got a son who really worries about her, and he didn't want her to go to work. He was that scared for her, and that's a serious issue when you think about it. When kids are scared that they might not see the parents again, or that the parents could end up dead from doing the job. I mean, fair enough if you're like the son of a firefighter or something like that. It's sort of drained into you as you get older that it's a very dangerous job. It's dangerous. You could end up dead. Blah blah blah. But when you've got somebody who's in an accident in the emergency department, you don't think that they're putting their life on the line by seeing people. But that's exactly what they're doing. Yeah, it's very bizarre I've done these unboxings today, because I don't normally do unboxings of food, but I thought people might want to see what's in them. Because a lot of people look at these boxes and go, yeah, but would I get that? And is that just, showing me a picture and I might not get... Well, I'm here to tell you that you get good value. And if you think that all them 3 boxes you've just seen have come to less than £100 for everything you've seen there, that's pretty good going. Because these days, £100 on shopping is not a lot. It is not a lot. We usually have a 140, 150 job when we have a big shop, because we do a month's shop. And like I said, there's everything in there that you want. There's the bread products, there's your soups, there's your pastas, your rices, you know, your meats, your vegetarian meat replacement stuff. There's all that sort of stuff in there. So me and Deb are both all right now for meals, as well as the ones that she's already batch cooked as well from the groceries that we've already had. You know, the greengrocer lot. So yeah, we've got enough stuff to keep us going. I'm going to read another couple of poems to you now. I'm sorry if I'm boring you with these, but I'm just going to pick two random ones. I don't know what I'm going to read yet, so I can't really introduce them until I know which ones. Anyway, that's my vlog for today, but I have got a bit of news for Stephen Cook. I've got another couple of things on the way. One is a delivery from Zavi, and that is my Threads box. That should be through any time within the next 3 or 4 days. And another one is a delivery from my Geek box. And I've also got an extra little surprise coming up from Spiral Direct to show you. It isn't to you yet, but when it comes, you'll love it. Anyway, bye for now. Enjoy the poetry. Now, I'll give you a warning about this poem coming up. It is quite a sad one, and I'll tell you what it's to do with. I have had in the past a relation who has had Alzheimer's, and it's a horrible condition. You watch them slowly deteriorate before your eyes. And I've got a relative who's got somebody who's got Alzheimer's at the moment, and it's not good. It's not good. Anyway, this poem I wrote, and it's called Stranger. I walked in the door to see her. She asked why I was there. She asked if I was the neighbour. She did not need anyone to care. She could manage on her own. No help was required at all. I need no help preparing food. It's a long time since I had a fall. I made her a cup of tea and sat with her. She looked at me blankly and stared. I was nothing to her, a complete stranger. So why did I look like I cared? We talked about things she wanted to say. We drank and whiled away the hours. I stood and I walked into the kitchen to get a vase for a new bunch of flowers. She came in and stood by the sink, asking me why I was bringing her stuff. I tried to hold back the tears. In the end, it just got too tough. I looked at the woman, her grey hair unkempt, in her dressing gown, slippers on her feet. The time ticked on and my watch told me visiting time was now complete. She smiled as I left with nothing, not a clue. She did not remember a word I had said. Only yesterday I was here with my wife by my side when this tired woman got out of her bed. I'm her son, you see. I'm over 40 years old. I came here to see her every day. She does not know me, though I tell her. The pills she takes won't take my pain away. I cry in the car and I need to be held. I know what else I can't do. Alzheimer's they call it. This thing has a name. This is getting harder to do. I will return tomorrow and go through it again, in the hopes that one day she might see that I'm her son and I'll love her forever until time sets this frail woman free. And I wrote that about Alzheimer's and the dreadful thing that it is. I hope I didn't upset too many people. Now, I live in Blackpool, and I'm originally from Stoke-on-Trent. And somebody asked me to write a poem about Blackpool, and they're from down south. So I wrote this. This is a funny one to end with, and it's called If You Must. If you come up to Blackpool, yet down south you live, remember that you're our guest. Our hospitality we will give. It is a little bit colder than the normal you are used to. Just put on a jumper and stop your moaning. Won't give you sympathy, I refuse to. If you do decide to come up here, leave your southern ways behind. No cordon bleu or Michelin stars, kebab shops you will definitely find. When you walk down one of the piers, enjoy yourself, do you understand? If you don't, we will take you all and bury you in the sand. Donkeys on the beach, deck chairs ready to go. Pleasure Beach and Blackpool Tower, we rarely do get snow. So while you're here, have a good time. We don't mean to be funny. We love to see you southerners, as you daft buggers spend all your money. And that's written for a friend of mine, actually. I wrote it for a guy called Stephen Cook, who's a really good friend of mine, and he asked me to write a funny poem about Blackpool, so I did that one. I thought I'd end on a nice high note rather than a sombre one from the last poem, so you all take care. I'll do another vlog soon. Coming up, end screen with all the information on. Subscribe, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. just drop me a line. I'm here all the time. Bye for now. You all take care, and I hope you're doing well.